Hello there. Tonight we'll be reading The Drinking Gourd, a story of the Underground Railroad by F.N. Monjo and illustrated by Brenner. Chapter 1. Fishing in Church. Tommy Fuller put his right hand in his pocket. There was his apple. Then he put his left hand in his other pocket. There was his ball of fishing line. "Quit wiggling," whispered his brother Sam. And they're in church. "Sit up straight," whispered his brother Andy. It was late afternoon. The three boys were in church. They had been there all day long. Mother and father were downstairs with grandmother Dudley and the rest of it. See, father looks like Abraham Lincoln, our 16th president. All the children sat upstairs in the gallery. The girls were on one side, the boys were on the other. Along the way, Tommy saw his sisters, Helen, Kate, and Rachel. Tommy took a big bite of his apple. Then he took 3 more bites. Everyone, church is getting ready. That's Tommy. Out of the window, he could see a flock of geese pecking at the grass on the village green below. "Let us sing hymn 263, said the Reverend Morse. Everyone stood up and sang, "O God, our help in ages past, our hope for years to come." Tommy reached for his fishing line. He tied one end around the apple core. "You'll be sorry," said Andy. Tommy opened the church window and threw out the apple core. 3 geese waddled over to see what it could be. A goose picked on the apple core. "Come on, goose," said Tommy. The second goose clamped the core tightly in her bill. Tommy tugged on the line. The goose rose up in the air. "Got her," said Tommy softly. The goose squawked and fluttered. She would not let go. All the other geese hissed and squawked and cackled too. They made such a racket that the noise filled the church. Everyone stopped singing. Reverend Morse looked up at the gallery. "Deacon Fuller," said Reverend Morse, "I'm afraid it's Thomas again." Father stamped up from the gallery. "Thomas Dudley Fuller," said, "turn that thing loose." Tommy dropped the line. The goose fluttered to the ground. Father led Tommy out of the church. "You march straight home, sir," said Father, "and go to your room." Then he banged back to the church and banged the door behind him. Part 2. The Runaways. Tommy walked along, thinking of spankings. It was dark when he reached home. Tommy could see the evening star. He went to the barn to say hello to the horses. Father had named them Daniel Webster and Henry Clay. Tommy gave them each an apple. "You don't have to be good in church, do you?" Tommy said. The horses stamped and snored. Tommy saw the hay wagon piled with hay. He once jumped from a hayloft down all that hay into the wagon. So he climbed into the loft. "Hi, Daniel Webster. Hi, Henry Clay. Look at me," he hollered. Then he jumped into the hay wagon. 2 hens squawked. Something in the dim house said, "Ah!" It sounded like a baby crying. "Who's there?" said Tommy. Daniel Webster stamped his hoof. Tommy climbed back low to see what had made the noise. "Who's there?" Tommy hollered. "Stop right there," said a deep voice. "You won't take us alive." A black man stood up, covered with hay. He had an axe in his hand. Tommy was so frightened he fell back in the hay. "Oh my goodness, Vinny," said the man. "It's only a little boy." The man dropped the axe he held. "We're just hiding," he said, smiling. "We won't hurt you." "Does Father know you're here?" said Tommy. "What? What are you doing in our barn?" "Is Deacon Fuller your daddy?" Tommy nodded his head. "He hid us here," said the man. The little boy stood up beside him. "That's my boy, Little Jeff," said the man. "I'm Big Jeff. This is my wife, Vinny. This is baby Pearl. We're running away." "Running away?" said Tommy. "We going to Canada," said Vinny. "We up from Carolina," said Jeff. "We've been following the Drinking Gourd every step of the way." "The Drinking Gourd?" said Tommy. "What's that?" "Shoot, boy," said Little Jeff. "You mean you never heard of a drinking gourd? I'll show you." Little Jeff jumped down from the loft and ran to the barn door. Up in the wintry sky shone the stars. Little Jeff pointed to a big star caught in the branches of an elm. "That's the drinking gourd." "No, that's the big dipper," said Tommy. "Same thing," said Little Jeff. "The front end of a drinking gourd points up the North Star. Follow the North Star and get to Canada. Get to Canada and you'll be free." See, look, it's the same as a color illustration. "Thomas Dudley Fuller," said Father from Shows. "Didn't I tell you to wait in your room?" "Father," said Tommy, surprised. "I found Jeff, and I see who you found. You found all my passengers, Father. Don't ask any questions. Help hitch up the horses. We've got to get started. Part 3 on the Underground Railroad. Tommy and Father sat in the wagon. Jeff and Vinny and Little Jeff and Baby Pearl were hidden in the hay. They were driving toward a river. I've been a slave all my life, Tommy, said Jeff, sitting on the hay. Until 2 weeks ago. That was the way I decided we would run away to Canada on the Underground Railroad. The Underground Railroad, said Tommy. Shoot, boy, said Jeff. You never heard about that neither? You see, Tommy, said Father, the Underground Railroad isn't a real railroad, steam engine, tracks and cars. It's a group of people who believe slavery is wicked. They live in homes and farms like ours, stretching from here to Canada. Everyone in the group hides people like Jeff and Vinny, helping them get away. And they got stations on the Underground Railroad, said Old Jeff. Like our barn, said Tommy. And they got conductors, said Jeff. Like me, said Father. And they got passengers, said Vinny. Like us, said Little Jeff. They call it an underground, said Father, because it's a secret. Every bit has to be a secret. You right, said Jeff. We value property. My old master lost. $2,500 lost if you lost the penny. I'm sure I'll send some men to try to catch you, said Father. So you get back down that hay. Nobody's going to catch me, said Jeff, as long as I got my axe. Then Jeff and Vinny all hid from sight. Reward. Ran away from his master, Maynard Reeves Bond of Langspur Plantation on the Edisto River, Dorchester County, South Carolina. A black fellow about 30 years age, named Jeff, 6 feet 2 inches high, wearing a brown wool jacket and denim breeches, last seen hereabouts on October 15th, 1851. Accompanying the runaway are his wife, Lavinia, age 28, 2 children, Jeff, 9, and Pearl, 1. Whoever shall take up these 4 runaways and return them to their above said master shall have $250 reward. All masters of vessels and ours are hereby cautioned against concealing or carrying off said servants on penalty of law. Charleston, South Carolina, October 21st, 1851. Tommy, so far, don't say a word to anybody about what happened tonight. Jeff's a brave man. I'd hate to see a brave man sent back. Promise? I promise, said Tommy. Whoa, hostess, said Far. This is the end of the line now. I'd find the boat here. It's dark. Far, calm darkness. Chapter 4. The Searching Party. Tommy heard hoofbeats on the road. He heard saw lanterns bobbing. 4 men on horseback rode up to the wagon and stopped. The men got down from horses. Say, young fellows, said the leader, I'm U.S. Marshal. These are my men. We're going to search that wagon, looking for runaways. Runaways? Said Tommy. A Negro slave, said the marshal, his wife and 2 children. There's a reward for them. You wouldn't have hidden them in that wagon, would you, boy? Tommy's mouth was dry. You wouldn't find anything but hay in this wagon, he said. Maybe we'd better search it anyway, said the marshal. Tommy was scared. He thought about Little Jeff and the others hidden in the hay. If the marshal found them, he would send them back down south. They would have to be slaves. They would never be free. Marshal, said Tommy, I guess I'd better tell you all about it. You see, I'm Deacon Fuller, and I'm running myself. You Deacon Fuller's boy, said Marshal. That's right, said Tommy. Shaw, said the marshal. This is the boy that made all that fuss in church this afternoon. Fishing for geese. All the men laughed. Father was boiling mad, said Tommy. He was going to give me a licking. So I ran away. We're chasing the wrong wagon, boys, said the marshal. You better go home to your pa, Tommy, and take your licking. Yes, sir, said Tommy. And next time you go fishing, said the marshal, tell your pa I want you to catch me 2 ducks and a nice fat turkey. That's an order. All the men laughed. Then they rode away. Part 5. Over the river. Father came out of the shadows. Jeff and Vinny sat up in the hay. Jeff's axe was still in his hand. Tommy, you did just fine, said Father. I thought the marshal would find us sure enough this time, said Jeff. Tommy was too scared to speak. Take the wagon back alone, Tommy said Fire. We have to row across the next station. Little Jeff jumped in the boat. Jeff jumped in too. Help Vinny and Baby Pearl get set. So what poor Will called. Fire started rowing away. Tommy heard the dip and splash of the winds, splash of the oars more. Goodbye, little Jeff, Tommy whispered. Goodbye, whispered little Jeff. Goodbye, whispered Jeff and Vinny. While they rowed into the darkness, and then the boat was gone. Chapter 6, The Lawbreakers. It was late when Tommy got home. Everyone was asleep but Mother. She gave Tommy some supper. Is Father all right? Asked Mother. Tommy told her what had happened, and she sent him up to bed. But Tommy stayed awake, waiting for Father to come home. She heard the door slam, front door slam. The Father came up from his room. Tommy, said Father, I believe in obeying the law. But you and I broke the law tonight. The law says we're wrong to help Jeff and Vinny get away. I know, Father, said Tommy, but can't you change the law? I've been trying, said Father. We've been trying for years and years. Someday it will be changed. But right now, the law says Jeff and Vinny are no man's property as a horse or a cow, property worth $2,500. But Jeff and Vinny are people, said Tommy. Yes, said Father. That's why you can't obey it. That's why I hate it. It's wrong. They kissed his son goodnight and closed the door. Tommy lay in bed thinking about Jeff, Will, and yours. If he just get to Canada, he whispered, they can be free. Out of his window, he could see the bright North Star, and pointing up to it in dark night sky sparkled the Drinking Gourd. The end.